Welcome to the Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Grill and Bar and Maeve's Bar Sligo.
No, I was just starting the sentence with hey.
I've never... What's wrong?
Oh, sorry. What you said there reminded me of New Year's Eve with my sister Marie.
Yeah.
And wife Laura. We were in Manchester.
Yeah.
And as she had a few drinks,
Yeah.
all of her sentences started with, hey!
Is that what she does when she gets drunk?
Yeah, when he realised it that night.
Come here. What's your New Year's resolution? To be a miserable bastard.
I'm not a miserable bastard.
But here for 10 minutes, calling everyone I won't say it on a podcast, the word you said, Ray.
I was defending Mrs. Brown's boys.
Yeah, but then also, when we were chatting away, this is what I was looking at.
No, I'm sorry.
You can't see that in the Spotify
No,
words. You
yeah.
can't see it on the Patreon
I've turned
world,
on the character now. Everybody's cool.
How's
Can't be 100% all the time.
I'll tell you one thing, man. You're not even the far side of 40%.
I'm not like you, miserable bastards, on both the podcasts
No.
and off it.
No, hang on now a minute. Get to my level, Ray. Where you turn it on.
Turn it on.
You know? What's Guinness like?
Guinness is lovely.
Is it actually lovely?
It's really
Just tell the
nice.
truth,
Yeah. You can see the way it's in the glass.
Yeah. That's actually where I usually drink it from. Ray came up with a NitroSurge can, ladies and gentlemen.
NitroSurge is this gimmick that Guinness is
Yeah, it's a
invented.
gimmick, but I said to Ray, Ray, that's one of my NitroSurge cans. You're supposed to use the NitroSurge thing.
Yeah.
And in Ray's fashion, he said, no, I'm just going to pour it now. I'm not going to listen to
I
it whatsoever.
believe the word I used was fuck it.
And it
It'll be
came out like a bubbly mess when he was pouring it.
It's not ideal.
And but it's settled.
It's settled all right.
As in, like, it's not a bubbly mess anymore.
No, and there's a head in it.
But is there
3 millimeters ahead.
Yeah. You just said, no, I'm not listening now, and I'm going to do
I
this.
just didn't want to go down again because Nicola was already upset with me for being 11 minutes late.
Yeah, for being 11.
11
It
minutes
was
late.
definitely about 14, 15.
No,
right?
it wasn't. It
And,
was 11 minutes late.
So you're going to notice halfway through this podcast there's going to be a crying baby because the bat is in this box room as well, so there's going to be a baby. So this is going to be a 15-minute podcast. Thanks a million for listening.
Thank you.
It'd be grand.
Happy 2024.
Yeah, happy 24. What's your New Year's resolution?
I don't have one.
You don't have one? Good.
No.
Your New Year's resolution is not give a shite.
No, well, yeah, well, you see me with the Guinness.
Yeah, your New Year's resolution is to not listen to Mark
listen
at
to Mark
all.
or anybody else in this world.
I don't have one either because it wastes time. My New Year's resolution last year was to be less cynical, and the world itself has just become more cynical. So I'm not doing that again.
Right, so
in fact,
I probably should have a New Year's resolution.
Per capita or per ratio or whatever to the world, I'm less cynical because the world got way more cynical in comparison
It
to me.
overtook you.
It did overtake me in fairness, and a lot of what I thought about it turned out to be true. So I'm not doing that again. I won't be doing it again. It's nice to be back in the box room. Thanks a million to everyone who came to the live show.
Thank you.
The next one is February for the Tiger Comedy Festival.
Yes,
which
so
is
funny.
18th of February.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Is it the 18th of February? It's not the 24th of February.
18th to the 24th, and you're on the 22nd.
22nd.
We're on the 22nd of February, ladies and
Guess
gentlemen.
who's back? Brendan's back, flicking
Yeah.
keys himself again. He took a very long Christmas holiday.
He took a huge Christmas holiday, full pay
Full pay.
with the Christmas
Yeah.
holidays,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is just
Yeah.
it's unbelievable what women get away with. He's identifying as a woman now.
Yeah.
So he told us that he had
He
some
had some
mental
time to take.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
what it
better
is.
than what you were going to say.
Yeah, definitely better than what I was going to say. And we had to honour it. We had to say, yeah, Brendan, you're dead right. You go take all the weeks off. And we had great crack with James, who filled in from flicking the keys off himself. James.
You know that it's been got to 2 weeks since me and you sat down to talk.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I have an abundance of stuff.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll get into all that. Like, will you just relax, man?
But I just
Jeez.
wanted to let you know
Go on.
so that it's there.
Yeah.
But I want to also then ask you, how are you, Mark?
Yeah. Go on, do you want to go into your stuff? No, I'm not doing too bad, man. I had a nice,
have a nice Christmas?
relaxing Christmas where I got sick as a small hospital. Yeah, man, that kicked in. I stopped gigging on the 22nd of December, and on the 23rd I woke up. Oh fuck, man! It hit me until about the 28th or 29th.
Yeah, you had a bad outdoors.
Everyone had it though.
Yeah, not
and,
me.
And people are no, but you will get it. You'll get it in January because
I
I know.
am feeling it a little bit
Now,
now.
there's a second dose going round. Ray.
Yeah.
You see, you fled the country, you see, to avoid us.
Yeah,
But you're going to come back in rated like COVID, but you can't. It could have been COVID for all I know.
Could have
Anyway,
been, yeah.
I was dying. It was a very, very annoying head coldy, sick
sorry.
thing that was going on. Other than that, we just enjoyed Christmas with Ali, and Nicola watched every Harry Potter film, which apparently is a thing. I have
It's a beautiful thing to do.
It is a beautiful thing to do, right? But I sat down and watched loads of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I have. It gave me an idea for a new alternative Harry Potter.
Go on.
Okay, so it's called Harry Potter and the Concerned Parents.
Right, okay, go on. I know why I find that so funny.
I watched 9 fucking Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
And I said, if this was any other jurisdiction of
Yes.
school,
Yeah.
surely the parents would be getting together and saying, hang on a minute now, is there any call for setting up maybe a second school where everyone isn't trying to be killed every year? Do you know what I mean?
There was a degree of risk.
Like all the time. Like imagine if that was Sligo Grammar.
Yeah.
Boarding school, right? And your child is from, let's say, Wicklow.
Yeah.
So they're gone all year round, right? And let's say this is the first year, Philosopher's Stone year, okay?
Stone year,
so you
right.
send them off to Sligo Grammar and then
Yeah.
he comes back to Wicklow then in May and the parents say, how'd you get on, Shamey?
Yeah.
And he says, not too bad. There was a mass murderer for the year.
But we tackled it.
And then they say, Jesus, is everything, no, everything's all right. And they're like, so this guy's not going to be back again. Mom and Dad, I promise. The school told us. The school board said to us, this is not going to happen again, don't worry.
Yeah.
And then he goes back a second year and it happens again third year. Harry Potter and the concerned parents.
Yeah.
I would be the head of this new union that says, have we thought about maybe setting up a second school? Maybe that, because I don't think this one's really working out.
But if you took it out of the magic realm and it was just normal realm,
Yeah.
and they were in a boarding school,
Yeah.
and there was like literally someone going around killing people.
It's a mass murderer.
It's massive. But instead of the guards actually looking for the murderer,
Yeah.
that the young kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and
But was there not a book about that? The Amazing, the Fascinating Seven or something, or the Amazing Five? Did they not tip around? Was there, Brendan, you're old enough to remember this sort of stuff? The Secret Seven. Did they not, young ones, tip around, catching murderers?
But that's bullshit, though.
Wasn't Scooby-Doo all about this?
But there was no man. There's no dog, man. There was a 3-headed dog, but there's no dog. No, the problem is you said it there though.
I'm sorry.
Like the parents would have landed. He would have landed back from Sligo Grammar, and the parents would have said, "But did they not get the guards involved?" And he would have said, "No, there was 3 young ones.
Because they never
Three young ones took him out.
Yeah, they never called the cops in Harry Potter.
They never called the cops.
No, and there's all sorts of things happening.
Yeah. So and then they promised. Then they say, "Look, that was a fucked up year.
Yeah.
I promise that's not going to happen
Lost
again."
a few students.
Yeah, we lost a few, but that's not going to happen
That's
again.
not going to happen again next
Next
year.
thing, there's a prisoner of Azkaban in Browse.
Yeah.
There's a goblet of fire.
Someone out of Castlereagh.
There's a deadly hello.
The prisoner of Castlereagh.
Yeah, the prisoner of Castlereagh all of a sudden is up beside, and they're like, "Come here, there's some other fella that's roaming around the school. Should we not ring the guards?" No.
The deadly, come here till I tell you.
Unbelievable. So that's my new one. The first book in the series is going to be, and it's going to be only one book.
All right, because they're going to figure it out.
They're going to go, I'm not sending my child to Hogwarts.
We're closing this school down.
No, you can leave that school open. But all of us now, I'm going to send my child to another school. I think it's
the
going to be
grammar.
set up, to a second school.
Yeah.
Let's set up a second school in the magical world. Like, why has Hogwarts got a monopoly on the schooling? Like,
Yeah, there mightn't be that
can
many
you not
magic.
send them to another private school or something, or there should be a school run by the church?
How would you would you handle if there was kids in Sligo that had magical abilities? You couldn't send them to the grammar. You
Why?
couldn't,
What
you just couldn't, like.
No, but what I
Imagine
mean
me.
is-
if I think of me and I was in Girton Abbey when I was in school, all right, and I don't know, Keith Mullis, that's off the top of my head, one of the lads in the school, if that man had magical powers,
And
we'd
he
all
does.
have been
Yes,
fucked.
he does, man.
He does, and he plays the piano.
He does.
But I mean, had he had magical powers, first of all, he wouldn't have probably lived the life he lived.
No,
all
definitely
the
not.
Bureaus had been with him.
Yeah. He would not have been playing every window under the sun.
Yeah,
and
no,
all
but
that,
I mean, you think of it in school, he wouldn't. If I had magical powers in school, I would have
Yeah.
had a very different upbringing.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, to what extent do you have magical powers, Ray? So where do you stop? Because that's the other problem I had with Harry Potter as well. Because it was Harry Potter and the dubious spells. Okay?
Why do you call them dubious?
Because it kind of makes me go, well, if you could do that spell, couldn't you have just done that an hour ago and it would have really helped you?
Okay, I'm with
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I found the cloak of invisibility very.
I was just like, you could
Very-
use that the whole way through.
That won't work, in schools where they're very particular about changing rooms and all the rest.
And shoes as well.
Do you know, and what?
Oh, sorry. I meant you couldn't sneak around. You meant that you could be looking at ditties.
Yeah, you could be looking at Diddy.
Oh, yeah,
But you
okay.
actually were onto something there. You have to wear your shoes into school. You could cast a spell.
Yeah.
When Keith was in school and he wasn't even wearing his runners, he'd cast a little make my runners into look like shoes spell.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he's tipping around delighted with
Yeah,
himself.
because that was always the biggest one as well. There used to be some people in my school who, if they had got Nike kind of leather runners,
Yeah.
and there was a white tick on it, they would have
they coloured it in
permanent
black.
marker. Yeah,
Yeah.
but then the vice principal, Jesse, he never
He was
let it
wise.
go. Oh, he knew well. He said that's a runner.
I could spot a runner a
Every
mile
time
away.
I could spot a runner a mile away. He was the only one allowed soft shoes, so he could sneak up on you when you're trying to smoke fags in the jacks. He was the only one allowed to wear soft shoes in the whole school.
I have
But
an awful
anyway,
cough,
it's
sorry.
just and I don't like, delving too far into films where you're not supposed to think about it that much. But the amount of spells that were going on. And there was one film in particular as well where they pissed all the kids against each other. against other schools, actually, funnily enough, from different countries.
Yeah.
So Hogwarts is the British school.
Yeah.
And then there was all these schools from other countries as well. And I just thought during it, like, so it was like supposed to be like a community games thing.
Harry Potter and the community games.
Harry Potter at the community games.
Right, lads, long jump.
But that's the thing, there was no long jump.
No, because you'd have a broom.
Or egg and spoon race.
Right.
But what they did was they
Egg
said,
and wand bed
you have to
race.
jump into the water. And there's a load of minions down in the water that are trying to kill you.
That's right.
And your best friend is tied up under the water dying.
You wouldn't see that in the community games.
Ready, set, go. I was like, what? Like, how is, beyond all the Voldemort, right? They're actually pitting the kids against each other saying, if you don't get this right, your friend is dead.
Yeah.
And then when they come out, they say, boo la bus for Gryffindor. They did it on Gigi Gahar anyway.
Yeah.
But, and you're just like, this is so dangerous. And then Quidditch as well. Have you seen Quidditch?
I've seen it up. It's like hurling, but without brooms.
Yeah, but whatever happened to the five-a-side at lunchtime?
Yeah.
Do you know, where the worst thing that happened is that you might get the ball into your nose and you'd be like, you know. Now they're going, you're up in the sky. If you fall off that broom, you're dead.
Well,
But again, come on, Gryffindor. And you're like, they could be dead now any second. Like, and I get that you have to build this a kind of anticipation, but there's no way in hell, even in the magical realm, that Hogwarts sort of survived. That's the point.
Okay.
Even in the magical realm of the world, someone in the magical world should have said, I'm setting up another magical school.
Yeah, you have a bad rep.
It's still going to be a magical school. We're not playing Quidditch. Okay, we're going to do hopscotch and five-a-side.
Normal games.
Yeah, normal games. And also, when it comes to the community games, it is actually just going to be a sack race.
Right.
And an egg and spoon, and maybe handwriting. Handwriting was massive in the community games, right?
What was the painting? The art one? That was nice.
The art one as well. I
Never
was
won
in
it,
that.
but-
Oh, I went up to Hyde Park a couple of times with that one, with the art. I did, man. I used to draw a little fella with a cup in his hand, and he was a big sports star, and he won a lot of stuff. I drew the same thing every year.
Every year.
Eventually, the principal, Mr. O'Gara, said, Mark, you're going to have to stop drawing that every year. You can't just have one thing that you're good at drawing and
You're
then
going to
leave it
draw it
out.
and just do it.
But anyway, Harry Potter is such a big
Questionable
part of
is
Christmas.
what you're saying.
It's questionable, but it's a big part of Christmas as well. And you do have to sit down and try and turn your brain off.
I
and
found
enjoy
that
it.
television was shite this year.
Yeah, I didn't watch fuck all of it now.
Yeah, I found it was not as good as other years.
Okay, what did you watch that you thought was disappointing?
There wasn't a whole lot on. I flicked through the Sky channels and there wasn't a lot on.
Do you think that terrestrial television is dead?
I think it might be a little bit dead.
It could be a little bit dead.
I think the people that used
Someone
to
might
run
have
it-
to put it out of its misery. Get a shovel.
I think the people that used to be in TV used to probably been really good people. And I think all of them people are now gone to streaming
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
So I think all that's left now in the telly place that decides what is beyond and what time
Is Walk Egypt.
is there isn't the same money.
It is
in
Walk Egypt though. Go on anyway,
there isn't the
sorry.
same money in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did give me the dose of Die Hard, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, no, that's good though, because that's some old school, old fashioned crack that
Yeah.
is timeless.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you're watching certainly live terrestrial television now, and you're going, Jesus Christ Almighty.
It's awful bad.
And I don't mind some of them, and I don't want to call people out in case we ever do end up working for RT or Stay FM, which won't happen.
Doubtful.
But some of them, you're just like. Sometimes I fear that we're guilty of this as well. Okay.
Go on.
But I don't think we are. It's only afterwards when I listen back to us, I go, I hope people don't think that's fake, right? A League of Their Own, if you watch that on television, and there's certain channel, I don't want to call them out because they're Irish people as well, but there's certain radio stations in Ireland where there's groupings of people who are presenting together.
Yes.
One that might be ex-rugby. And there's this awful habit of roaring, laughing at each other for nothing.
No, I'm afraid.
Just going,
yeah.
Wah! That is unbelievable crack in the studio. Oh, he's had to put the hat on. Oh, the crack in the studio is 90. Here's Dua Lipa. And you're like, what the fuck is going on here?
Do you think it's fake?
Yeah, I think it's fake. Like, A League of Their Own is the worst for this. I used to love A League of Their Own, the sports show on Sky One.
Yes.
But now it's just a load of people going, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get Jamie Redknapp to do a gladiators thing against Ramesh.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, look at the crack they're having hitting each other with the sponge. Oh,
But maybe
unbelievable.
Maybe it is funny.
I doubt it. No, well, like, that's the thing. But I worry then that we might be, because we obviously have to get up to a level when we come in and chat to each other. But this isn't too unlike what we actually chat to each other like anyway.
No, it's concentrated chat.
It's just that sometimes we are aware that people are fucking listening.
Yeah.
But I hope that people don't think whenever we do end up laughing that it's just us going, wow,
No,
look
it is,
at the crack
it is
we're
really,
having.
I'm definitely laughing.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's just as real.
Yeah.
So, no, but it is, I just find
You
that.
had me questioning me
I
last
just,
time.
yeah, no, I just find that there's a lot out there where you're just going, oh Jesus, lads, this is fucking dire. Like,
Speaking of terrestrial
James
television.
Corden was a big one for it as well, for just
I don't-
pretending
yeah.
to have the crack.
Yeah, he was good in
Just
Gavin's Daisy. And
Really
now
good,
not.
and now he just pretends to have the crack.
He does, yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's so you're just like, why don't you actually try and have the crack instead?
Would you meet your heroes?
Depends. Who are my heroes, Ray?
Well, terrestrial television, you just mentioned it there. I met a hero of terrestrial television at the weekend.
Go on.
I met Mark Lebec.
Who's that?
Exactly. I thought you might know. Do you know
No.
The Chase?
Oh, you met the big
Beast.
fella, the big beast.
I met the Beast.
How did you meet the beast?
I'll tell you how I met the Beast.
Go on.
So, my sister Marie,
Yeah.
she is currently musically directing a pantomime in Manchester.
Oh no, she's not.
Oh, yes, she is.
That's authentic crack, you
That
ladies
was
and
real,
gentlemen.
but
Real
they
good.
really overdid it on that one now. Every single question to the audience was, are you enjoying yourself? And we'd all go, yeah. And going, you don't sound like you're enjoying yourself.
Oh, dragging it out.
Oh, they dragged it out. It was big
Yeah,
time. But
yeah.
anyway, we knew we had to answer everything twice, basically. No first response from us was ever good enough.
They
Never
didn't
good
believe
enough.
at it
No.
the first time he said it. They
No,
believed
never
nothing.
believed the first time.
Yeah.
They have to question everything.
Yeah.
Like the X-Files. So, the pantomime anyway... The pantomime anyway was so Marie is doing this for the month of December and myself and Laura and Susie, Laura's mum, went over to support Marie in her efforts, and we went to the pantomime. And Susie is a big fan of The Chase. Now, in fairness to The Chase, it's a program I would watch. Bradley's Walsh in it.
I ring my mother every night, video call her,
Yeah.
and in the background all I hear is do 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 diddle do every evening. That's what she watches.
So she'd be a big
I
Chase
love
fan.
The Chase. You know what my favorite thing about The Chase is?
Go on.
I'm shit at quizzes
Yeah.
and having the crack, but when me and Nicola watch The Chase, I always guess right what set they're going to pick for the final rundown.
Okay.
You know, whenever he says you had a choice to set A or set B, I always go set, and then I'd pick A or
You'll
B.
pick and you'll always be the right one.
I have a 100% record on it.
Savage.
So it's good when you're really shit at quizzes to find other ways to play them.
Other ways to play.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you a story about someone being shit at quizzes now.
Go on.
So Mark Lebec, anyway, is the Beast, and he was the he is the man that was he was the chief star of this pantomime.
Oh, go away.
In Manchester.
Marie was directing the.
Marie was
Beast.
directing Mark, yeah.
Savage.
Musically directing him. Now, he's a lovely fella.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough. Marie says, Cook, come down. We were going to the panto at 2:00. She said, come down around 12:30. The pair of lads, so there was another guy as well called Phil Mealy.
Phil.
Mealy?
Okay. Am I supposed to know who he is?
Maybe not, but
Okay.
he is a BAFTA winner.
Oh.
And he also wrote episodes of The Royal Family. And he also co-produced Early Doors. Are you familiar with Early Doors?
No, but
show?
the Royal Family is the only Christmas specials I watch. I love the
he
Royal
would have
Family.
co-wrote,
Not the real Royal Family.
Yeah, no, the Royal Family.
Yeah, Oro
The
YLE.
Burger King. The Burger King family, the Royal. King Royal.
Are you on about your man, the Ricky Tomlinson
yeah,
show? Yeah, okay.
and is it Catherine Ahern or something?
yeah, the Lord Rest her. Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't she?
So he wrote a number of the most popular of those episodes.
No way.
So he was an awful nice fella as well. But
He's not the fella that's in the show with her.
I don't think so. No,
No, who narrates Gogglebox now.
no, I don't.
Let's
think so.
keep going until we find out exactly who he is and not let you tell your story.
Let's drop it.
Go on.
So we met Phil and Mark the Beast Lebec in Weatherspoons, which, by the way, is the worst pub in the world.
Oh, I've been in one Weatherspoons ever, yeah.
It's you have to order on an app. There's terrible carpet.
Why is there bad carpet in every Weatherspoons?
And there's 47 machines that just put money in.
Every Weatherspoons looks like that out from the toilet is about to come a 60-year-old woman in a miniskirt.
Yes.
That's what every Weatherspoons looks like.
Bad, but they were there.
Like with a fag on, and you know that gelled blonde streaked hair down, about to go. All right, lovey.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm in here every night of the week. That's what
That's what it was.
Weatherspoons looks
Two
like.
of them were sat there having their wee pint sheens.
Yeah.
And myself and Marie and Susie and Laura went over, and Susie was over the moon meeting
Mark Lebec.
Yeah.
Is he as big as he looks on
He
the screen?
is a tall man.
He's a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. She actually got a picture with him
Right.
and sent it to all her friends and said, Happy New Year from myself and Mark.
Sent out a Christmas card and everything.
To which at least half her friends came back and says, who is Mark? Where did you meet him? They didn't know who he was.
No,
Yeah.
you did not watch the Chase.
No, but the thing about Mark is, and this is the story, we were told this story, Marie told us the story, about, so she's been doing this for a month. And one of the nights after a show, someone in the production was going to a quiz,
Okay.
like a pub quiz.
Okay.
And they invited Mark
That's not fair.
to, yeah, you'd think that.
Yeah.
So they invited Mark, any chance you'd have any, and he'd be the big paid star. He's the
Okay.
national legend.
Yeah.
Himself and Phil were the national legends.
Yeah.
And this is what the draw of the show. And they said, look, would any chance you'd fancy coming to this little pub quiz down the road? So I think he thought, yeah, sure, why not? So he came.
That's a ringer.
They came third.
What?
Mark got up and left before they brought out the results.
Oh, he was embarrassed.
So you'd have to wonder, is he such a quizzer as yeah?
He's full of shit, Ray, is what you're trying to tell me. Mark Lebec, in the middle of Manchester, did you say?
Yeah.
Couldn't win a Manchester local quiz.
Yeah.
He is a load of shit. That's like Lionel Messi coming down to try and play Castlereagh Celtic.
And not being very
And we're
good.
like, he didn't score.
You didn't score at
We're
all.
after losing 2-0. The fuck is going on here? This is a waste of time. You know, he would always say, Mark always says that the great leveller is general knowledge or
Yes.
like modern knowledge.
I think that's where he fell down.
That's so
Yeah.
normal pub quizzes wouldn't be asking the same kind of questions. So I will defend him on that now. Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
Mark DeBeck came third in the local quiz.
Yeah, but say nothing now. We won't tell anyone that story.
No, because he'd lose his job if anyone listens to this podcast.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about this podcast.
Right, is no one does.
Safe enough.
And yeah, no one listens.
Can I tell you some things about my trip?
Go on, yeah.
Started in Knock.
Why are you still travelling everywhere?
Because we had to go over and visit Marie.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean that so cynically, but well, I did. But,
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I do admire the fact that you're like, yeah, no, let's go.
Oh, and I should be keeping the money for other things.
No, just stay away from
Or
places.
stay at home.
Just hermitize, man.
No.
I am calling, that's my New Year's resolution.
Not going
I'm going to
anywhere.
try and turn this house into North Korea.
What?
I'm trying to hermitize.
Oh, you
this
don't leave
house.
it much.
Yeah. I don't want anyone in. I don't want anybody in. I don't want anyone going out. Well, I'm going to try and hermitize in here. I did say to a friend of mine, Luigi, she said, what's your New Year's resolution? And it was a joke at the time, but there might be some truth to it. I said to her, I'm going to try and talk to less people. That's what I said to her. And she said, what do you mean? I said, I just found that I was talking to too many people this year.
This is you, the man that's planning on starting a band.
I'll talk to brides if they have money.
You'll try. Okay, so let's narrow it down. You'll try and talk to less poor people.
I told her that I want to tighten up my inner circle.
Yeah, to those who have money.
Too many people on the periphery, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Kind of half in, half out, like, you know. And I find that, 4 or 5 people are probably enough, like.
Yeah,
you know?
fair enough.
No, it's a bit awkward for you because
Yeah. Well, you can cut us out if you want.
Well, can I if I want, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for saying that, because
Do
you
you
already
think
are.
do you think you put on much weight over the Christmas?
Jesus Christ almighty. What does that mean?
I'm just asking. Did you? I'm going to tell
I
you.
said to Nicola, I'm on to my 4th hole. I thought I was looking well.
You look very well.
I've been on my 3rd hole on my belt for about 2 years.
Isn't it bad how belts actually keep us? We're like, oh my god, I've lost weight. I'm up a hole.
I'm up a hole. I went up a hole, Ray.
Yeah, my father was a yoke at home though for putting holes in belts, which is cheating in my mind.
To go which way now?
To go the other way.
go wide.
To go wider. Well, actually, no. In his case, he went narrower.
My father used to use a screwdriver to do
Yeah,
that.
a screwdriver,
yeah.
but they'll never be right.
No,
and you'll
no,
always
no.
struggle to find the hole.
Yeah, oh, listen, Ray.
You know,
don't
and,
talk to me.
I'd say your father struggled to find the hole.
He only found it 4 times. 4 times ever he found it, Ray.
Anyway, so I was asking about the weight thing.
Oh,
simply
yeah.
because
Why you asked me about my weight?
Because I didn't think I'd put on a whole lot of weight at Christmas until I stepped upon the
Put on a
Ryanair
whole
flight
lot of weight at
for
Christmas.
It's a lot for the family.
You
So
stood in the flight.
I was on the flight and I was putting on my. We were sitting apart because we didn't get the seats together on the way over.
Yeah, fuck that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't pay monies.
Now it's flight.
And I was sat between. Well, first of all, I sat between a younger gentleman and a lady.
Okay.
And the younger gentleman got moved for an older lady because they didn't think the older lady could open the emergency exit in the event of an emergency.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Which I felt very bad for her because them seats are like €16 and I was hoping she hadn't paid for it.
Is that a more legroom?
And more legroom seat, yeah.
That's bastard. And then they said, you're too old
You're
to be
too old and
comfortable.
frail to be comfortable. You
Yeah.
need to move over here beside the way.
That's outrageous.
But then
and were you annoyed that they didn't pick you to go and open the emergency door?
Obviously, the young gentleman.
They
beside
looked
me
at
was very-
Sui, they said, he's sweating and panting because he's
No.
after climbing the stairs
Well,
up to the plane.
They looked at me and they seen I was struggling to put on my seatbelt.
Oh, and they said, no.
And I was struggling because I was putting it across my lap and I couldn't actually close it.
That's so embarrassing.
And your one kind of looked at me beside me.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I in the right one here? Like, have I got your seatbelt and you've got mine? Or what's actually happening here?
She said
I
no.
thought for a minute I'd have to get the extension seatbelt that you get.
Yeah.
The one, the
how I thought
extender
they were gonna,
one.
Yeah, they're going to offer you.
I got pure worried. I thought, have I eaten that much over Christmas that I now cannot fit into a regular size? But thankfully, though, it was wrapped around the
I was going to say,
armrest.
a Ryanair now cutting back on
Seatbelt sizes.
seatbelt sizes to save money and also to shame people into, you better buy 2 seats, man, for your fat arse. You know, that kind of way. But it is always a worry at Christmas, and that's why January New Year's resolutions are always to lose weight.
And all your...
Because you eat celebrations And
whole
you
way
eat,
through.
Quality Street. Jeez, I love and you watch darts
And
for
roses.
7 days.
What's
and
with the
then-
darts?
Stop, Ray. You're such a miserable bastard. Can you not enjoy any sport?
I
like?
don't enjoy darts.
But why don't you try and watch it?
I'll try and watch it and so.
It's unreal.
Tell me what's it's all, everybody's talking about darts at the minute.
Darts, huh? Luke Littler is in it, right? He's 16-year-old.
Yeah.
He looks 35.
Okay.
You want to see the head on him? He's
But
16-year-old.
what's the attraction though?
So the attraction to darts is one, the atmosphere in the Alexander Palace.
Yeah.
The Ali Pali.
And with the fancy lights and what's the song?
That
Yeah.
No, that's not my attraction to it though, because I hate people like that.
Yeah.
So, like Brendan said to me, would you ever go to the darts? And I said, I actually would go to the darts if it wasn't with 5,000 English people.
Yes.
That'd be brilliant. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
I agree with you there.
Okay, what's great about the darts? Okay, it's an unbelievable sport that can turn nearly like a flip of a coin all of a sudden.
Right.
And momentum is everything in it. You can drink pints and be fat. Look up on YouTube when you go home, right? Everybody. 1974 World Darts Championship, right? One of the boys lights the other fella's fag before he goes up to the hockey to throw the darts. He's like, here, he's like touching his pockets, like, where's me? And he's like, here, I got you. And they're both chain smoking in the world champ. You tell me any other sport in the world where they would
But
chain
that's
smoke.
why I say that I don't know. Is it a sport?
It is a sport, Ray. One of your arms is an athlete.
Your fingers.
And the rest of you is outside best on the Saturday night.
Right, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
It's unreal. Like it is for everyone. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's take Ali, for instance, right?
Your daughter.
And she's perfect for it, the Ali Pali. So let's say I want to make Ali a superstar in sport that
Okay.
can make her loads of money.
Yeah.
I can either send her horse riding.
Yep.
I can send her down to play football.
Yep.
All of that requires me every Saturday morning to get up,
And bring her some.
drive in the freezing cold, stand out in a grass for an hour and a half, freezing my bollocks off while she runs around the pitch. Or I can take her down to the pub with me every night
And get her playing darts.
and get her playing darts, and I can drink pints while she hopefully gets better.
The darts.
I'm not really watching, like, you don't even have to watch either.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
plenty of people around there to look after her as well, like.
Yeah, in fairness, I agree
You know,
with you there, yeah.
so that is a real appeal of darts, and I'm really thinking about getting her into it.
Pool and snooker are two things as well.
Pool
that
and
could-
well,
yeah.
snooker is harder. In Sligo, it's easy because we do have a snooker hall.
Yeah.
But pool tables, and we've talked about this, they're dying in the pubs in Ireland.
Yeah.
There's not as many pool tables anymore. But have you heard of Fallon Sherlock?
No.
She's the first woman ever to play in the World Championship darts and win a game in the World Championship darts. She's also the first woman ever to get a live 9-darter. Do you know what a 9-darter is?
No.
A 9-darter, 9 is the least
9
amount of
o'clock
darts.
dart service in Dublin.
Okay, that is. I mean, and you see how I didn't laugh at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you know it's real.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, okay.
You know, I didn't go, wow, that 9 o'clock dart in Dublin next up to Ilupa. Okay, so a 9-darter is the least amount of darts you can throw at a board and win a game.
Yeah.
So if you get 9 darts, that's like, geez, you won it as quick as you possibly can.
Okay.
You know, so she's the first one to do that, and I'm going to try and make her the next one.
I wish you the very best luck. At it.
Honestly, I'm bringing her down. I'm going to get a big, massive, fat belly in the next 20 years, but it'll all be worth it when she wins 250 grand over in the Ali Pali.
Still don't think it's much of a sport, but sure, look at it.
Yeah, but it's funny you say that, Ray, without knowing. You know?
okay.
Like if I walked into a room, right? If I walked into a doctor's office and the doctor said to me, Mark, you have piles. And you come in behind and say, Doctor, in my honest opinion,
You were going with
I
that,
don't think
yeah.
Mark has piles at all.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So you have to experience this stuff.
I suppose I've no reason to pass comment on this. I
No,
don't know.
because I wouldn't show you anyway. But if
Yeah.
you're like, he doesn't have piles, doctor, no
Yeah.
way. And he's like, no, they're fit to
So
burst.
then there's two of us looking up your hole.
Two, and I mean, if that's what you should be doing, really.
Yeah.
I need you to look up my hole. You know?
Yeah.
So that's the darts for you.
Very good.
if
I
that's what you want to
have
know.
things.
Go on.
And the first thing is actually relating to you.
Go on. What did I do?
We haven't the Bluetooth on here.
No.
But we'll find this now.
Okay. I do like when you would warn me and I don't have to edit it in later, but that's good. Go on. Just put it up to the mic.
Put it up to the mic.
Yeah.
I want you to remind you of around 53 minutes, at the 53-minute mark in a recent episode, Pablo's Dandruff.
Padro's Lanyard.
No. Pablo's Dandruff. We spoke about a very messy primary school teacher.
Oh, shit. Don't tell me we found her. Don't
No,
tell
we
me
didn't,
we found
we
her.
didn't find her.
I'm having a panic attack
It's all right. Don't panic.
Fuck.
Didn't find her, but I think you brought bad juju on this podcast. and it was highlighted to me.
Juju think that I was...
He thought you bought the bad juju, right? So here is you bringing the bad juju on us, and I want you to see where you did it, right? And this relates to our recent live podcast show. Here we go, right? Primary school teachers that don't behave like that.
Well, think about the bar staff as well, not just... A bar member said to me last night, I'm thinking about actually genuinely not working. I can't work in a bar anymore because I can't do December anymore.
Yeah,
because people who are out aren't usually the people who are out.
No.
You know? Anyway, come to our live show is the point, where I'll be in much more of a festive spirit.
And she won't be there.
And she hopefully won't be there falling around the place. Imagine. Someone's going to do that now. Somebody's going to do that now.
Somebody's going to do that now.
Yeah, okay, so what are you referring to, Ray?
I'm saying that at our live show, we had exactly that.
Did someone fall?
No one fell.
No one fell.
No one fell in on top of us.
No.
No.
What, though, are you referring to?
There was
I thought it went so smoothly, Ray.
It was heightened conversation from the rear of the room.
There was a second podcast going on down the back.
Which you referred to as a mart.
Yeah, it sounded like a mart.
It sounded like a mart. But I'm just saying that it was all you that did it.
Yeah, so I brought that on us.
You said hopefully there won't be, and even the saying hopefully that won't happen to us.
Yeah. It's exactly what
That's
happened.
exactly because I thought to myself, we've never actually had that at the podcast where we've struggled with people being loud.
Yeah, so it's again the same thing though. When people come out on Christmas parties, when people come out on Christmas parties, they can't help themselves but be rowdy.
Rowdy.
You know, and they're going, well, we're on a Christmas party. I'm not going to sit for 2 hours and listen to these
No,
two
I'm going to
fools."
have the crack.
Whereas usually the people who come and see us aren't on Christmas parties.
No, they're out to see the show.
They're out to see the show.
Anyway,
it was so off-putting as well. And the culprits have apologised.
I
met them on Saturday night here in
did
Sligo,
you?
and they said, I'm embarrassed. I said, yep.
Yeah. Well, that's good now, at least. But at least we know who to blame. That's yourself.
Yeah, it was me. It's my fault, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Regarding Christmas.
Regarding the live podcast, I'm so sorry, Ray.
Yes.
Just to put this out there, my microphone fell off.
Yeah.
First 15 minutes nearly wrecked the whole show. We managed to put it together. People talk for 2 hours straight through it.
It came through lovely though.
It wasn't as bad as when we finished it. We were like, that wasn't really a great live show from us. I'm so sorry for the people that came. I think it was better than we first anticipated, and I really hope it was such a buzz. Someone sent me a voice message afterwards, Philip, which was just so beautiful. It was so lovely. He said, when I walked into Anderson's, into the front lounge area, the restaurant area, he was like, there was such an
queue.
Energy. There was 100+ people waiting outside the door.
We hadn't finished.
Well, we hadn't finished setting up. But he said like the energy in the room was just unbelievable.
That's
and he said that is class to see that you're creating that energy in people. And so anyone who did go to the live show, we can't stress this enough. Fair play to you.
And fair play to the ladies as well for the quiz.
Fair play to the ladies for the quiz. Christ almighty. It was unreal.
Saved us in second half.
It did save
us.
us.
Of course, for the drop of stuff. Christmas Mass.
Yeah, didn't go.
You didn't go. I went to the Christmas morning Mass.
Yeah. Did this priest give the speech?
Well,
I see a lot of faces here now I haven't seen all year.
I'm glad you've said that now. Yeah. So we have precedent on talking about
Lovely.
this. The priest, I'm not going to give any names, nothing, but the priest anyway, would normally be one for reminding us at Christmas that we're probably shite at coming to Mass during the year.
Yeah.
And I think he's right.
He is
at
right,
the end of the day, we're all Christians. We're supposed to be actively practicing in our faith.
Well, Catholic for sure.
Catholic, yeah. And in fairness, we don't. And at Christmas, the place does be wedged.
Yeah.
And he'd just be looking down going, I'd be fierce lonely during the year.
New Dublin jackets and everything he's
looking
down
at.
at.
You all there now. But then he does turn around and he goes, look at what does Santa bring you? All that sort of crack. You know, so he'd give out to us, but then he'd pull back and he kind of go, did Santa come? Like grudgingly.
Yeah, that is, like that's, we'll say captors would do that to develop Stockholm syndrome in people.
Maybe that's what we have.
They flip-flop. They flip-flop from nice to misery to make you go, does he love me or not?
Yeah.
So that priest is trying to make all of you...
Well, we always felt that he loved us, deep down.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you're feeling that. So that priest is going, you're all a shower of bastards. I'm lonely all the time. And then he goes, no, but I do love you though, really.
Yeah.
You shower of bastards.
Yeah. But that's Ireland for you. This year, that priest, fair play to him, he did retire.
Okay.
Right, so he's retired, and a new priest has come in and taken over.
Lovely.
From a new priest.
He's from a new priest.
He's a new priest. I'm not giving any details. That's because I'm taking your advice. New year, new me. Don't be giving out details.
No, what I mean is he Irish?
Oh, he's an Irish priest. Yeah,
okay,
no,
yeah.
Irish priest. But what we had to deal with then at Christmas was a really strange experience where the old priest that is now retired came back to co-celebrate the Mass with the new priest, and it was very strange to watch. I went to the Christmas Day Mass.
Okay.
I didn't go to the Christmas Eve. That's always a more attended one. I like the quietness of the Christmas Day.
We always went to Christmas Day. I've
nice
never
mass.
been to mass on Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
I
but-
think Nicola's parents maybe go one year and we nearly split up. I think
Yeah.
I said, Nicola, this is not
It's
the life
mental.
I chose.
It's mental, and it's a very. If you get antisocial at all, you don't want to go to Christmas Eve because you'll meet everybody.
Yeah.
And you'll have to talk to and try and remember everybody's names. But anyway, two priests on the altar. I won't lie to you. You could feel the tension from the pew.
Yeah.
Because you could feel the tension from the pew, right? Because this is our old priest's territory, and he has to stand to the side, and the new priest is running things now.
He Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, and I just felt for him. I was like, fair play to him for coming back and co-celebrating, but I feel for you because this must be hard.
It's like an old detective who gets matched up with a young guy.
Yeah, and he does things his way now.
And it's a new way.
A new way, yeah.
Sometimes the old bull has to just lay over and die, Ray.
So-
and sometimes he has to be shot.
The mass, the mass was rather lovely. There was you could tell the new priest was kind of stealing the old priest thunder a little bit. Like, for example, at one point he said, the father such and such wants to say a few words, wish you Merry Christmas and such. And then the old priest came up and he went, yeah, thanks for pretty much saying
what I want. He just wants to come up and wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and he hopes that you think about family over this time.
That's what he wants to say to you.
And he gets up and he goes, that is true.
That is
yes,
true.
thank you so
well,
much.
actually, it worked. It didn't work. It kind of backfired because the old priest went up and said, I actually don't want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I just want to remind you, I haven't seen you all year.
Where were you last?
Where were you?
25 years there and I didn't see you once.
Did they try and outdo each other then? Did the young bull? Did the young bull come up and say, actually, a happy Hanukkah to everyone because I enjoy all fair? And then he comes, sorry, I forgot to say, if whatever.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, everybody.
No, it passed off that incident. There was an incident at the end where everybody went into the sacristy. So the priest finished up the mass into the sacristy, but the new priest said, "No, I'm going to tip down the church and shake everybody's hands."
Oh,
so I was thinking, it's literally this is my territory now.
Yeah, he's rock and roll priest as well.
Rock and roll
shaking
priest.
hands with the lay people.
Fair play to him, right? Great, he came in, he's done marvellous things and whatnot. But I have to say, I miss the misery.
Who do you think he is? Rod Stewart.
I
Go down,
miss
shake hands.
being told.
Who do you think is Mike Denver?
Yeah, I miss being told. Where were you all year?
Yeah, no, there's
I come home and I wasn't right for a little while. My mother said to me, and she said, "What's going on? Why
said,
aren't you feeling?" I said,
I feel great.
I don't feel right. It's that it just I don't feel.
Yeah.
So I miss the misery.
It's not Christmas unless you've been told by your faith that you are not worthy of.
It's the Paulie McGlynn abroad in Father Ted. Maybe we like the misery.
Maybe we do like the misery. That's such a good point, Ray. Because the one thing that Irish people don't do is take compliments well, and it crosses over into this too. You can't be telling us that we're all doing brilliant.
No,
it does not suit us at all. We need to be told. It goes back to that old. It's a Catholic thing anyway.
We like
it's to be told you're sinners.
Yeah,
you're a shower bastard.
You have a lot of work.
No way you got that woman pregnant. All that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
So this new young priest, I remember a priest one time in Roscommon. Jeez, God forgive me now. It was disgusting, Ray.
What happened?
It was disgusting now, and God forgive me for saying it. He came in one day after Mass to talk to some of the lay people, and he was wearing an Ireland football top. And I just thought, something? That is disgusting.
That is
to
not right.
see that coming out.
That's not right.
A priest coming out collarless in an Ireland top.
At most, it just doesn't look right.
It did. I said, something? The fat Cat and Joe be ashamed if he saw you now.
Did you ever go to the wrong funeral?
Closed casket job.
No, did you ever find yourself at the incorrect funeral?
No, I only ever go to family funerals.
Laura's mother, Susie, a person she knew passed away. And she wanted to, the way, that generation are on rip.ie the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
RIP is their Facebook page.
I saw another podcast saying that RIP.ie is not like a thing anywhere else in the world, really.
No.
Like we're
obsessed with it.
I think it was on Alan Clark's podcast. They were talking about it when he was chatting to the Midwest gentleman. And he was saying, like, RIP.ie does not... we're obsessed with dead people.
Yeah. Well, Susie was flicking through the different listings.
My mother will do that.
Yeah, she will. My father as well. She listened to 2 sets of deaths in the day on Midwest. But anyway, she's flicking through and she spotted someone that she knew and she said, that's a funeral that I'd like to go to.
Sorry, one more thing, Ray, before we get off it as well.
Yeah.
I found, sorry not to jump across it, because this one is actually ignorant, but I know that we won't come back to us. The Shannon Side Northern Sound. Mm-hmm. Shannon Side. I wanted to get in the festive spirit.
Yes.
On the driving home for Christmas job, Chris Rea. Yeah. So I said to Nicola, we won't listen to Crime World podcast with Nicola Talent.
Right.
You're in for a treat here now.
There's going to be some.
We're going to listen to local terrestrial radio.
Yeah, sure.
To try and get that buzz of local Christmas.
Yeah.
4 times a day they read out the death notices on Shannon's
because
side.
it's very popular.
I turned it on and they were in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And they said, we read them out at 1:30, 5:30, 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And I was like, oh my God, that is so miserable.
You might update it in between.
I talked about it on the live show, how miserable radio is now anyway, especially around Christmas. No way, I'm not bothering with turkey this year. I'm going to have salmon. Fuck off. And Shannon Side, Northern Sound, in between all their Christmas songs, are telling you that Nellie's dead.
Yeah.
I FaceTime my mother every day, like I said, 6:30. How are you getting on, Mark? Not too bad. Yeah, Joe's dead. Okay, that's good to know. That's the first thing they think about.
It is.
We're born into misery in this country.
We do love it.
Born into misery, like.
It's very nice.
We can't be dealing with Angela's ashes is a fucking triumph for us. We're watching it go, geez, Limerick looks great. You know? Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Susie went to the funeral.
Right.
She landed into Foley McGowan's. Right? I think that's the name of it.
It is Foley and McGowan's.
Foley McGowan's.
Yeah, Foley McGowan.
In she landed. First thing she spotted as she was signing the register, she spotted the picture of the deceased and thought how slack it is on Foley McGowan's that they didn't actually update the picture.
Change the picture.
They didn't change the picture. So it was obviously the previous person's picture was still up.
Of course it was.
She was raging. She tipped in then and she was expecting a big crowd because this person would be well known amongst themselves.
Yeah.
And she was expecting a big crowd. It was quiet. She was thinking, Jesus, okay, well, this is different.
Yeah.
She landed in anyway. And as she kind of walked in and just about to hit the family, she caught sight of the coffin and realised that the lady she was expecting was in fact a man. And she was at the wrong funeral.
My God.
So she couldn't turn around.
Yeah, you have to go through it.
Because it was a quiet funeral.
And she had to make up a story. I taught with her. She was a farmer. That's what I mean. We used to teach the cows.
No. It's a fella, right? To teach the cows.
We used to teach the cows every night.
So she had to go right along the family.
A fella, yeah.
Sorry for your trouble.
Yeah, it's
sorry
awful.
for your trouble. And they all looked at her kind of puzzled because they didn't know who she was. So what's the worst part was then she had to pause then at the coffin, say a little prayer for a complete stranger.
She went for it too much as well because Susie's a great actress.
Oh, she teared
oh no! Why, Lord? Why?
Why did it take him so
Why
long?
is it always the good ones? I find, and it has happened genuinely once or twice where, you know when you know a member of, you're going to a funeral and you know a couple of members of that family that are in grieving.
Yes.
You know, and then they line up to accept your condolences.
Yes.
And you don't know where down the line to stop giving the hugs.
Yes.
So I'll start with kind of a father, mother parent and a son and I'll give them all a hug.
Yeah.
And eventually you end up going, I have no fucking clue who this one is that's next.
But they go for the hug anyway.
Yeah, I always go, I'm sorry now, I'm a firm handshaker of yours. You're probably a cousin from Wicklow. I'm not, and I'm so sorry for trouble. And eventually you get to someone who goes, I'm just a partner.
Yeah.
They'll say, I'm just a partner.
Tell you, I'm not.
There's no point in even shaking my hand.
No.
I'm in the same boat. I'm going to go around and shake them now again myself,
exactly,
you know.
yeah.
But you do, it is that awkward part where you have to go, where do I stop hugging?
I have another question for you.
Go on.
There was bad turbulence in the plane going over to Manchester.
Oh, flying back into Knock is a nightmare for turbulence.
That was fine.
Yeah.
It was going over, that was the problem. It got to the point where I actually sat there and stopped watching Rob Roy McGregor, the film I was watching on Amazon Prime, which came out around the same time as Braveheart, but wasn't as popular. Liam Neeson was in it.
Okay.
I was watching Rob Roy. I had to stop it because I couldn't think straight because I was afraid, Jesus, is this it? Now, me and Laura and Susie were on the flight. And after we got off then, Laura says to me, the turbulence is bad, wasn't it? I said, it was. And she said, did you think who'd look after Ula, the cat?
Oh my God. Not Sean anyway, that's for
Sean,
sure.
Anyway.
I was chatting, sorry now. Friend of ours who was feeding your cat.
Sean.
No, not Sean.
Oh.
Someone came into the house here, a friend of Louis, we might as well say because it doesn't matter. Luigi came in and said, I better go up because I have to feed, it's about 12 o'clock or something. I better go up.
Sunday morning.
I have to feed the cat.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, is Sean still away? She said, no, he'll be in. No, she said to me, I'll have to get in quietly though because Sean is asleep.
Yeah.
And I said, but can Sean not feed the cat?
No.
And she said, no, he won't be up out of bed. And I was like, what? You're going down to the house to feed the cat that there's a person in the house
The cat has a routine that if you're waiting on Sean, and Sean would feed the cat, but it'd be 2 in the afternoon.
But why doesn't he just go, I better just get up for rain, Laura, they asked me to.
No, you don't be upsetting Sean, especially that morning he wasn't feeling well at all.
How does he get away with this?
You have to be kind to people. They're friends doing you favours. He fed
But when does he do them back though?
He fed the both nights. He did both night shifts.
So he did the night shifts.
He
and
did now, and he
Louise
did, like
did
the
day
budget
shifts.
night shift. He sent a lovely little video to Laura going, the cat looking at him and him with the bucket of stuff.
Does the cat hate him?
No, the cat gets on fine with him.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
They're both kind of passive enough old
Passive
people.
enough other people to just, you know.
Both people that wouldn't really do a whole lot for you, but they will eat your food.
But her biggest worry was obviously who would mind the cat. But then I said, what's the story? Then she said as well, like, what would there be separate funerals for us? Like, if we all died in the plane, would there be a 3 funeral? No, they don't. They do separate funerals.
I don't even think they just leave you.
They just leave us. They wouldn't bother looking for us.
There is that scary shit though when turbulence hit, isn't there?
Yeah, but then you thought. Then I asked her. I said, "Where would we be buried?" And I'm going to ask you now. Where are you, Nicola? Nicola, if you and Nicola died in the morning,
Okay.
where would you be buried?
I mean, I've talked about this before, and I'll take your question serious in a minute.
Okay.
But first of all, if I die, don't waste the money. Don't ring Shannon's side or
Cremate
Midwest. Cremate me if you want, but cremate me in a bin.
Oh, just burn yourselves.
Just burn me.
Gotcha.
Throw me into a bin. You can
Don't-
bang. Sell me to these weird people that
I
want to
know,
have sex with
no,
dead
but-
bodies.
but say, for
all this
example,
shit. I don't care.
say for
I'm
exa-
dead.
Well, I said to Laura, I said, well, I presume we're getting buried down
Just
in the...
preserve my Mickey. Sorry, go on.
I said, we're getting married down in Mayo, or getting buried down in Mayo.
Yeah.
She said, absolutely not.
She
We're being buried in Sligo. And immediately it dawned on me, I go, oh my God, it's one thing making a decision to come and move to Sligo. But to
Yeah.
think that I'm going to spend my eternity
Do you think
here
the
in Sligo.
do you think the land would accept you?
And then I have to think about the graveyard in Sligo, and I'm going, that's a much busier graveyard than the one I'm used to at home.
Yeah. I had another fear when I was a child, and it probably is a fear. We're going to run out of space.
We are.
We can't just keep taking up these, like the plots, like is like the size of this room. Like,
Yeah.
we can't keep taking them up with dead bodies.
And did you know as well, you know the Sligo graveyard, you know the whole
Yeah.
ring of houses around it?
Yes.
None of them can actually be buried there.
Why?
Because they're not dead yet.
I can't believe you fell for that. You're a fucking bollocks. You're a fucking bollocks.
Come here,
so
I want to talk to you about something else as well.
I had some run-ins in that place, but go on.
I know,
anyway.
yeah. So I was upset about the fact that it seems that I have no choice in the matter. I'm going to be buried in Sligo.
Well, Kendy's own land in Castlereagh plots.
All right.
So
are
I
you and
don't
Nicola
know.
going to go back?
I don't
Ask
know.
Nicola that question today.
I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure she'd say if I could bury you tomorrow, I would. Honest to
would.
God, you know.
Can
Go
I
on,
talk to you about a pink bungalow?
Yeah, sure.
Right. So a pink bungalow.
What's the
I want
story?
you to close your eyes
Oh, I love these.
and I want you to think of this pink bungalow. Okay?
You can see it already.
Okay. Now imagine the things I'm going to tell you, okay?
Yeah.
It's got pink windows. It's got a pink door.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's got pink curtains.
You sure this is the Traveller's Caravan?
It's got a pink kitchen. Right? it's got pink wood flooring.
Okay.
It's got pink pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. It's got a pink television and a pink phone
Yeah.
hanging on the wall. Right? There's a pink oil boiler out the back, pink radiators, and a nice pink stove.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, Mark, as your eyes are closed, what colour are the stairs?
It's a bungalow, you bastard. Damn it! If you didn't try and get me with the graveyard one,
Okay, I messed it up. That's twice I've messed that up now. I tried to say it to a gentleman with the name of Rory, went to visit in Manchester, Rory and Neve. I told that whole story to Rory, and one of the things I said was pink was they have a pink styra. There was no need for me to say pink styra.
Why did you say
and then
that?
I said, what colour are the stairs? And he said they're pink. And I said,
styra stairs?
no, but there's no stairs in the bungalow. He said, no, there's a styra.
Styra, yeah. Why would you pick stairs?
Yeah.
Any other old crack rate?
Yeah, very
besides
small
that,
little
though?
bits then.
Go on.
I want to talk to you about Cardi B. I'm running through the last of the bits
on,
here.
yeah,
I have
yeah.
a shout out as well then.
Yeah.
Cardi B
Yeah.
was fighting for her life ahead of her performance at Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Oh, yeah.
The 31-year-old rapper took to the stage in Miami for the show at the Fontainebleau Hotel as planned, but told fans she had been struggling with illness. In a video on her Instagram story before the New Year's Eve show, she said, I am fighting for my life right now. I am literally fighting for my life right now. Right? So I know, Mark, you're sitting there going, what in the name of God is wrong with her? Had she some serious illness?
It must be, yeah.
I am so sick and I don't understand why, because I was in New York and I was going out in sweaters, toes out, everything. I was good. Soon as I landed in Miami, bro, I've been telling people I'm allergic to Miami. I'm allergic to Florida. I'm allergic to this state. Like I'm allergic to this state. These are all her exact words. It doesn't even make no sense, she said.
You sound like your mother reading out the lyrics last week.
Like as soon as I landed, 4 hours later, I felt a little cough. My chest started getting tight. Well, I've been fighting for 3 days and I have a huge performance later. Huge performance. Like I get that it's New Year's Eve, but I have this huge performance and I'm fighting.
For my life.
That is direct quotes there from Cardi B. Fair play to her.
I told you I was sick over Christmas there. I said,
Yeah.
James was sick in a small hospital.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't bought to die.
You weren't fighting for your life, were you?
So, nor was she.
Nor was she.
These fucking celebrities, Ray.
She really bigged that up now, the little cough and the tightness in the chest.
Yeah, big's the word.
Yeah.
Ray, I can't stand these celebrities who come on and there's nothing worse than a pity party.
No.
When you're going, are you seriously trying to tell me about that while I'm actually down to 50 quid now to buy a Christmas present, you bitch? You know what I mean? And she's like, I'm about to die, you guys, and I'm just on Instagram live here telling you. I watched a video the other day, Ray. I couldn't believe it, and I really hope it was staged. Jesus, I hope and pray it was staged. It was a mother and her son, she's a YouTuber. Their dog had just died. Like, genuinely had actually just died.
Sad old thing.
And she wanted to do a YouTube video for us. So they were sitting in the front of the car, and she didn't realise that she had already gone live. It was like a YouTube live or an Instagram live or whatever.
Yeah.
And she said to the son, start crying. And he said, Mammy, I am crying. I am really. And she said, no, we got to big it up. We got to big it up.
Oh, no.
To try and get hits out of the fucking... And I just go, oh my God, why is being a victim so profitable?
Well, the world is full of some
The
people.
world is full of some people.
There's some people indeed.
Some people in this world, I tell you, some of them are real devils, Ray.
And you know, you'd be...
I hate using words like that strong.
I thought
some of them really, I go, what the heck, you know?
I thought we were victims of this.
Why?
We got a message on our Instagram, I don't know, did you see it over the Christmas, from Killers Hamill. That's her Instagram name.
Okay.
And it was literally a code that you click on, right?
Oh, Jesus. Is that what made my computer fucked up?
And I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, someone's trying to hack the Kendy and Raybo podcast, take down the whole page.
Yeah.
Right? All of it. And I was going to text you and anyone else that had the access to the Instagram, said, don't click on this link
Okay.
for fear it might be a hack.
Yeah.
Then she subsequently...
Good call.
And I was worried, and then she texted, and after that she said, sorry, the baby got the phone. So the baby had got the phone, came in and actually texted us a couple of digits.
She said, lads, really enjoyed the podcast. Love
But
the
she did, yeah.
love the
Killers
alley. I love the alley content. It's picture Ali grabbed the television remote today, delighted with herself.
Yes.
She turned the TV up to 90 and blamed me.
How did she blame you?
Because she ran at me, roaring at me. That I was like, you did that, you little... I get the blame for everything around the place. What's this?
I'm giving you an envelope.
Oh,
And
okay.
this is
What's this?
so open it up there.
Can I
See
check
what
it
is.
out?
Yeah, and I start reading. From Lily Goosehop.
Oh, you're
Out
joking
touring
me.
in Strandhill and Ross Point, so there is a €25 voucher for tea and a bun in Shells in Strandhill for you to say thank you both, Ray and Mark, my favourite podcasters, for all the shits and giggles this year. And in Shells is the girl to ask for the voucher. Now, also, I want a big shout out to, as it is my 51st birthday on the 6th of January, Little Christmas Day. Please, and the older I get and the more I celebrate it, I am nearer to the end now than I am to the start.
Stop.
So fair play to me.
People
and
are living
happy
into their hundreds now, Caroline.
New Year's, Caroline Lily Goose. So isn't that lovely of Caroline to give us
Caroline
that
Lily
€25
Goose.
voucher from Shells?
Yeah, I'll talk about it in 1 second.
Yeah.
Caroline Lily Goose, you have to stop sending us stuff. You're an absolute angel.
She
It's
didn't send that to
unbelievable.
us. She literally left it somewhere for
Yeah.
us. And I went out today myself.
The
and
second
Laura.
thing is, Ray has it spent.
I haven't
It's
it
down
spent.
to $7.35.
It's Sven.
Isn't that sickening,
It's
Brendan?
just when I was out there to collect it, it just seemed rude
Oh
not
my!
to sit down
It
and have a
seemed
little
rude
something.
not to sit down and have a little. It seems rude to spend my voucher.
I'm not. There is the portion of it still left for you.
$7.35 is left.
Caroline never stipulated how much was for you and how
So
much was
you
for
and
me.
Laura have you? Did you get sorted?
Laura
No.
actually didn't order anything. She was
But are you?
she's morally against getting anything because she said that is not a voucher for me. It is a voucher for you, Mark. And I said that's fine, lovey. I'll have an extra slice of cake. So
And are you sure now you're full and everything? Nicola! Yeah, Nicola, just cancel that dinner there because there's €7 left here and a voucher for Shells.
what I will say to you is, look, it was Caroline's wish that we would both go out, and I think it would be a nice date someday if we do go out. But I just didn't.
What's
want,
left?
I didn't.
You wouldn't get an Americano for that? No.
If you give it back to me, I'll bring you out someday.
No, I'm not giving it back.
I'll bring you out someday, and I'll make up the difference, and we'll get something nice to do with us. It'll be a nice little day.
I'll tell you, you want to be making up plenty. Huh?
He owes you a nitro surge as well.
I
and
owe
you
you
owe
a
me a
nitro
nitro
surge
surge.
Guinness as well. Yes.
Honestly, I don't know how I stay going. I seriously don't know how I... Does anyone else think I'm in an abusive relationship here? Am I the only one?
You're
like?
not. I had to go out and collect it. But think about this. What? Sure, I drove out to collect it. Like,
But I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, but there was petrol or diesel spent getting out there.
But I don't know anything about it. I would have gone and got it.
You see, you're technically what? €25. That's $12.50 each, right?
And there's €7 left.
€7. So it cost me £5 to get out there.
But I would have got out. We could have both got out at the same time.
We could, but there's no way with me and you and our schedules. We do well to even get this hour a week.
Do you know what? I want Laura to use the rest of that so you feel even more guilt. You take it back.
Thanks.
I don't want anything to do with that dirty voucher.
No, I promised Caroline that we would both go out.
Caroline, you know as well as I do, I am being abused here beyond my. I'm so sorry. It is such a nice gesture, but once again, another gesture abused by this man in front of me. Brendan's supposed to. What's 20% to 25? You're supposed to get 250. Or
so your 735 is down a little bit further.
I mean, what would I get in there for that?
You'd probably not much.
Howie, can I get a glass of water, please? Thanks, Caroline.
Come here. So now this is our first episode of
24. Yeah.
It is episode number. What is it?
228.
227, I think.
I think it's 228.
Is it 228?
Yeah, that's why I don't bother saying the name. I have a clue.
You haven't a clue.
Yeah.
Are you feeling hopeful for the new year?
Yeah, I got real. I'm feeling the prosperity bursting through my veins for
Very good.
Yeah, I am going to, by the end of this year,
be
sitting in the same position with you, with the same amount of people listening to our podcasts. The same amount of followers on TikTok and the same amount of followers on Instagram.
Well, let's see, can we keep everything the way it is?
Yeah, because that's what it was last January.
You like to keep everything the way it is. You don't like change.
I don't like change at all. No, I think we should just keep tipping along and along and along.
We now have a lady that's looking to get into use the spa.
Yeah, the spa is now up. It needs to be up and running any minute. Yeah. The one thing I'll say before we go, ladies and gentlemen, the tickets are available. So Funny Comedy Sligo Festival, the 18th to the 24th, and we are on the 22nd. Kendy Raybo podcast live. You can get your tickets at SoFunnySligo.com. SoFunnySligo.com. Get your tickets to the Kendy Raybo show.
Please get tickets, because what's happened is Alan Clark was on Saturday night. He sold out.
He just sold out straight away,
and he's making a show of us.
Yeah, because he knows how to.
It would appear Alan Clark has more friends in Sligo than we do.
Yeah, because
which is really embarrassing, because neither me or Mark are from Sligo either, and we hope that we might have more.
Yeah, no, we are. It just makes you feel like 20 times more.
He's a Castle Bar man, lads.
Yeah, we are on his own. We are sacks of shit, Ray, me and you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Too.
Fair play to me.
Fair play to me.
Good
also.
luck.
Good luck.
The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Anderson's Tremendous Event Centre and wonderful food items, and Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge.